resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. This is an educational program and we don't discuss matters related to sex, religion, and politics. I request all of you to please put off or put to silent mode your mobile phones or any other electronic devices that may cause disturbance during this meeting. It is my pleasure and privilege in introducing our President, Madam Toastmaster Vijita Murli, as a presiding officer. She is a happy homemaker, an active Toastmaster, and a champion TT speaker. She is also a club mentor. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear friends, it is my pleasure and privilege in welcoming this caring and inspiring leader to preside over today's meeting. Over to you, Madam President.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mudra Sisodia, for those nice words. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, a warm good evening to all of you. And it's my pleasure and privilege in welcoming you all to the meeting number 35 of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. Let us begin as usual by introducing our guests. We are lucky to have a lot of guests join us today. I request all the members to please introduce your guests.
Madam President, we have with us Division D Director, DTM Mohan Arumugawala.
Thank you so much, DTM Mohan sir, for joining us today. We are indeed honored and privileged to have you with us. He's also one among the evaluators who will be evaluating our speeches today. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today.
My pleasure to be there.
Thank you.
Madam, we also have immediate past Division D Director, DTM Kotisuran with us.
Thank you so much, DTM Kotisuran sir. Always a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining in.
We have past Area 29 Director, DTM Seju Davis with us.
Thank you so much, DTM Seju Davis, an ardent supporter of Mind Academy always. Thank you so much for joining us today. We also have Madam Toastmaster Jenu Ajit, who is the VP Membership of Empower Toastmasters, Women's Toastmasters Club. Our pleasure having you with us, Toastmaster Jenu. Welcome to Mind Academy once again.
Madam President, I have a couple of my guests over here who have joined in. First and foremost, my father-in-law was joining in today from Bangalore, Mr. Chandrasekhar Company. He has joined in, and also we have been. Yes, ma'am. And then Mr. Suresh Subaya, he's also joined from India. Mr. Karthik and Uday Shankar Baral. So they are all joining from India. So yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bala, for including your friends in our audience today. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Suresh, Mr. Karthik, and also father-in-law of Toastmaster Bala, Chandrasekharan sir. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are indeed privileged to have you as our audience today. Any more guests? So it's our pleasure in welcoming all our guests, and let's give them a virtual round of applause. And now let's begin our educational session. Before we do that, let me invite our club secretary, Toastmaster Gauri Jain Warrior, to read out the minutes of our previous meeting. Toastmaster Gauri, it's over to you.
Thank you, Madam President. Here is the minutes of the meeting number 34, held as virtual Zoom meeting on 25th October 2021. Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Bala called the 34th virtual meeting to order at 6 p.m. The presiding officer, Madam Toastmaster Vijita Murli, welcomed all the members and guests for this thrilling session with warm greetings. The club secretary, Madam Toastmaster Gauri Warrior, read out the minutes of the meeting number 33. Our teamody of the day, Toastmaster Jyoti Jain, presented the theme of the day as following: Expressions, Let Your Body Speak. The Grammarian and Wordmaster, Toastmaster Murli Rao, introduced the word of the day as mellifluous. Our general evaluator for the day was DTM Murli Krishnan, vote counter, Toastmaster Chanchal Pandey, TT Master, Madam Toastmaster Gauri Warrior, and timer, Toastmaster Mehul Chauhan. There were a total of 2 prepared speeches. Toastmaster Bala Subramaniam was attempting his level 3 project 3 Happy Days. He was evaluated by DTM Rami Jawad, and Toastmaster Muhammad Irshad attempting his level 2 project 3 Mentors in Life, was evaluated by DTM Shekhar Tiwari. An informative humorous speech workshop was conducted by our dear past DDD, DTM Kotishwaran, in light and as part of the upcoming club contest. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity to listen to your valuable inputs and knowledge on this particular speech craft. We had our TT session evaluator, Madam Toastmaster Libby James, who evaluated 5 TT speakers. Toastmaster Bala Subramaniam on the topic, Imagine You Just Won an Oscar, Give a Short Acceptance Speech. Toastmaster Vijita Murli on the topic, There's a lot a man can say and a lot one can see in a man through the nuances on his face. Do you agree? DTM Rami Jawad on the topic, You Are What You Are, Where, Gospel or Myth. DTM Kotishwaran on the topic, Art is the most important to man when it comes to expressing his soul, your thoughts. And the Toastmaster Chanchal Pandey on Kabhi Kabhi Mere Dil Mein Khayal Aata Hai, but I haven't been able to express it. Have you ever found yourself trying to turn thoughts into words? Our general evaluator, DTM Murali Krishnan, conducted an informative evaluation session, and distinguished evaluators evaluated each speaker in a very constructive manner within the framework of Toastmasters International. The timer and Grammarian and Wordmaster presented their reports diligently. The following were declared as winners of the meeting. Best prepared speaker was awarded to Toastmaster Bala Subramaniam and Toastmaster Muhammad Irshad. Best evaluator was awarded to Madam Toastmaster Libby James, and best TT speaker was awarded to Toastmaster Bala Subramaniam. At 8:34 p.m., the TMOD Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Warrior concluded the session by signing off, handing the podium over to presiding officer. Madam President shared the certificate of gratitude for our guest evaluators, Toastmaster Shekhar Tiwari, DTM Rami Jawad, and Madam Toastmaster Libby James, and workshop presenter DTM Kotishwaran of the day. Words of appreciation was also expressed by all the guests of the evening. A request for time schedule change was discussed, and new timing for meeting to be in the session at 6:15 p.m. was fixed. The meeting was promptly adjourned by Madam Toastmaster Vijita Murli at 8:43 p.m. That's all from me. Over to you, Madam President.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaudi Wadia, for the precise meeting minutes of our previous meeting. Are there any corrections or additions to the read out minute? Hearing none, I declare this as a true record of our meeting number 34. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaudi Wadia, once again. Mind Academy Toastmaster Club was chartered in May 2020 with the aim to provide people from different walks of life a platform where they can hone their public speaking and leadership skills. Over the past year or so, we have come a long way. We have touched many lives. We have among us students, teachers, homemakers, engineers, chemists, accountants, people from all walks of life, brought together by the common goal to learn and grow together. We have 2 of our members reach the district conference as contestants in their very first year of Toastmastering journey. It was their ambition, motivation, and determination, the 3 things that took them to the SATAC finals. These are the 3 things all of us need to imbibe in our lives too: ambition, motivation, and determination. No matter how old you are, it's never too late to follow your heart. It's never too late to chase a dream. We have our club contest, which is coming up on 3rd of December, next month, and the first one being the humorous and the evaluation contest. I request all our members to please register yourself for the same at the earliest, and it will help you realize your true potential. It is going to be a wonderful experience, let me promise you that. Don't let this golden opportunity slip away from you. With that message, let's follow our heart, let's follow our dreams. Let me introduce you to the Toastmaster of the Day for this wonderful meeting today. Our Toastmaster of the Day is a certified NLP practitioner, a certified life coach, a certified maintenance and reliability professional, the founder director of Mind Academy. DTM Murali Krishnan, he joined Toastmasters in 2007, and he started his journey as a sergeant at arms at Periyar Toastmasters Club. Over the years, he has served as VP Education, the president of Periyar Toastmaster Club, the Periyar Gavel Club Councillor. He was the Area 29 Director. He was the SATAC 2018 Logistics Committee Chair. He was the Division B PQD and District 79 Pathways Guide. A champion evaluator, mentor, and guide for me. Please help me welcome our Toastmaster of the day today, DTM Murli Krishna. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Madam President, for those very inspiring words. Madam President, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening, and welcome you all to this 35th meeting of our Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. Let me start with a question. How many of you have asked yourself this question in the recent past? And the question is, who do you want to be? Have any one of you asked about this question to yourself? Who do you want to be? No one. Oh,
Yes, I have asked myself. This is Uday. This is Uday Baral from India.
Great. So there are quite a few of you asked this question to yourself. And have you found an answer to it?
Unfortunately not.
Unfortunately not. That's what happens, right? You know, it's not an easy question, not an easy question to get an answer for. And if at all you get an answer, my third question would have been, you know, there are people who get the answer as well. For them, are you striving hard enough to reach there? If you get an answer to that question, and then my fourth question would be like, how is this wonderful platform, beautiful platform, helping you to reach there? So this is probably, I guess, is an eye-opener for all of us. So my honest request to all of you, after the session or during the session, to ask yourself, keep on asking yourself, who do you want to be? Because at the end of the day, when you go and hit your pillow, what brings smile on your face is, have you achieved what you want to achieve in life? So every day is part of life, right? So in that case, every day we are bound to achieve something. Not necessarily it has to something big. It could be as simple as having a smile on your face on every day. But what it is, if you don't know what it is, if you don't know who do you really want to be, then it's something different. Are we moving in the right direction? That's the question next. So this beautiful platform that is being offered to all of us, and we are all here to learn and grow. So my request to all of you is, how is this platform helping you in a great way so that we all can move forward in the right direction and reach there where we all want to reach? And to take it forward, today I have a friend with me who is my very dearest friend, who you all know, our immediate past president of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club, who very skillfully raised his hands and said, I know who I want to be. And to me, he is one person who has utilized this platform to reach his goal, reach his ambition in a much better way than many of the Toastmasters that I've seen. So what I thought was to bring him to you, all of you, to take you through his journey so that we all know how we can utilize this platform in a much better way. Floor is all yours, Toastmaster Bala.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster of the day and my mentor, distinguished Toastmaster Murli Krishna sir, first of all, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to express what has been my journey. Let me take a minute or two to explain what it has been, because I have to sum it up nearly half a decade's journey, what has been through. Not about with my Toastmastering, I'm telling. What was me before Toastmaster and how this platform has helped me transform myself and move in the right direction, as how Mind Academy always intends to move in. 2015 was an earmark time when I thought I should be heading into a sports field, probably as a coach. From 2015 to 2017, I was doing sort of groundworks, how we have to progress, especially in the field of Olympics. If I have to transform myself as a coach, what should be the transformation I should be going through? To be honest, I was lost. I was everywhere. Wherever I was heading, there were roadblocks. There were not many people to share. There were not much data to analyze. There were no mentors. During this journey, I had a chance to discuss about certain aspects with my mentor and the founder director of Mind Academy, Shri Murali Krishnan sir, distinguished Toastmaster. And that's how the concept of Mind Academy was, as he was shaping up, I had the fortune of joining. But when the Toastmastering platform was brought into the foray, that's when there was more clarity in the whole thought process. If you aspire to be something in life, say a sports coach, be a public speaker, be a leader, you need certain basic acumen for whatever field of approach you're getting into. Once you have that clarity, and that comes through a lot of research and clarification to your own self. This is a process of evaluation. And when this happens, you need to have the right people around you, and you need to have a right platform where to express. A famous philosopher, I call him philosopher, Robert Kiyosaki, tells you need to fail in life, and you need a platform to fail and learn. That is the best platform in life. My dear Toastmasters and friends, there is no better platform than a Toastmastering platform where you are given the freedom to express yourself. If you falter, there are enough people around you to push you in the right direction. And that has been my journey over a period of, say, 18 odd months with Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. And I'm ever grateful to all my mentors who are here. A lot of people, stalwarts sitting in here, distinguished Toastmaster, Murali Krishnan sir, immediate past Division D Director, VDD Kotishwaran sir, Mohan R. Mohanlal sir, Seju sir. So these stalwarts make sure that even if you falter, they course correct you. And that is how I am fortunate. I am sure you are on the right track as you are in this meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Sorry for taking more than a minute.
Thank you, Bala, for explaining us your journey through the Toastmastering platform. And as he rightly mentioned, there is no better platform than this. So my humble request to each one of you is to make the best use of this platform. And most importantly, in the journey that we are aspiring for. So if you are someone who haven't found an answer to this question, or if you know the answer but struggling to reach there, let this be a great chance to find an answer to that $1 million question and reach there. Because as they say, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So with that note, let me all welcome you once again to this meeting number 35th of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. And to take us through the educational session, I have a lineup of talented brigade who will be with us, take you all through this educational journey for this meeting number 35. Before I introduce my assignees, there is a small change in the agenda. Our table topic evaluator is none other than our immediate past Division D Director, TTM Sri Kotishwaran. Thank you, sir, for taking up this assignment. So let me now introduce my team of assignees who are all there to take us through this educational session. Grammarian and Word Master. As the Grammarian and Word Master, we have a happy Toastmaster who is ever smiling. After a short break, he is back in action with more power and more vigor. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Toastmaster Deepak Tyaku to take us through the role of grammarian and word master.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Murli sir. So today I have a dual role to play. And before that, a pleasant evening to all of you. As the word master, I will introduce a new word as the word of the day and explain the different usages of the word with proper illustration to enable us to expand our vocabulary. As the grammarian, I will carefully listen to your speeches and take note of the good and the bad usages of the language. Also note down the use of the word of the day. And report the same at the end of the educational section. At the end, I will present my report when called upon by our general evaluator. So I would like to share my screen now to explain the word of the day. Is my screen visible to all of you? The word of the day is candor, meaning being the quality of being open and honest. Frankness. The word candor is a noun, and the example is a man of refreshing candor. To use that in a sentence, the synonyms are honesty, simplicity, fairness, sincerity, straightforward in attitude and speech. So there are few other examples for the word candor. Those are, first one is, she spoke with remarkable candor about her experience. The book was widely commended for its candor. I personally have found your candor very refreshing. So this is the word of the day, fellow Toastmasters. I would request all the speakers and assignees to just go ahead and enjoy using this word in our meeting today. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Cantor Toastmaster Deepak Tyagu. Feedbacks are an integral part of development, isn't it? Our general evaluator tonight is Toastmaster Mudra Sisodia. I shall introduce her in detail during the evaluation session. However, may I request your presence, and will you please elaborate the role of general evaluator, Toastmaster Mudra Sisodia.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. My role as a general evaluator is to observe and evaluate everything from the beginning to the end of the meeting and to lead a constructive evaluation session when called upon to do so. I will wrap up the entire proceedings of the meeting, complementing good practices and indicating areas of improvement. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mudra Sisodia. Moving forward, think on your feet and speak is what we do day in and day out, right? Our TT master tonight is none other than Toastmaster Chanchal Pandey. I shall introduce him in detail during the TT session. However, may I request Toastmaster Chanchal Pandey to acknowledge his presence and explain the role of TT master.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. A very warm good evening to all of you, dear Toastmasters and distinguished guests. My role as a TT master today is to conduct the table topic sessions and bring some very interesting topic in an interesting way to promote your impromptu speaking pattern. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chanchal Pandey. Time and tide wait for none, right? And to help us make the best use of every moment that we spend here today, we have none other than our charming secretary, Toastmaster Gauri. An aspiring author, Toastmaster Gauri, could you please explain your role as a timer?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. As the timer for the evening, my role is to note down all the timings of all the speeches for the day, be it the prepared speech session or the TT space session or the evaluation session. Now, here are the timings. 4 to 6 minutes for the icebreaker session. We have one icebreaker today. So 4 to 6 minutes for that session with 30 seconds on either side as grace period. At 4 minutes, I will be flashing the green card. At 5 minutes, the yellow card. And at 6 minutes, the red card. For all the other prepared speeches, it was 5 to 7 minutes with 30 seconds as grace period on either side. At 5 minutes, I will be flashing the green card. 6 minutes, the yellow card, and at 7 minutes, the red card. For TT speakers, it is 1 to 2 minutes with 30 seconds on the upper end. At 1 minute, I will flash the green card, 1.5 minutes, the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, the red cards. Do note 30 seconds only on the upper side. For the evaluation session, evaluators will be given 2 to 3 minutes to complete the evaluation with 30 seconds on either side. At 2 minutes, I will flash the green card. At 2.5 minutes, the yellow card, and at 3 minutes, the red card. Until next time, TMOD summons me. That's all from me for now. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gauri, for that wonderful explanation about the role of the timer. Moving forward, results are something that we always wait with curiosity, right? Right from our childhood days. And our election commission today, who will declare the results, is none other than our immediate past Vice President membership, current VP Education of Falawal Toastmaster Club, Club Coach of Toastmaster, Jubil Malayalam Toastmasters Club, and Sastra, and a speech craft coordinator, and the list goes on. We have with us Toastmaster Mohammad Irshad, who will conduct or take the role of election commissioner tonight. Toastmaster Mohammad Irshad, floor is all yours.
Thank you very much for such a wonderful and outstanding introduction. Toastmasters today, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, a warm good evening to all of you. My role as an vote counter today is to conduct the polls at the end of each section and to declare the winners at the end of the meeting when called upon to do so by the TMOD. I just wanted to add one more point. We normally tell that participation is more important than winning. Do you believe in that? But I don't believe. I do believe that don't expect anything less than winning today. Give your best and do well, and I'm sure that you will be the winner today. I wish all the very best for all the assignees, and I would request all the members in advance to make sure to cast your valuable vote to select the best speaker. Over to you, TMOD. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammad Irshad. As you rightly said, winning is more important than participation, right? Normally we say the other way. Let's move forward. Are you all ready? Are you all ready?
Yes.
Ready, sir.
Yes, sir.
Speakers? Evaluators? Great. Our first speaker tonight is none other than our VPPR, Toastmaster Jyoti Bala, with her icebreaker speech. That's indeed a milestone speech, right? And our evaluator is none other than DTM Seju Davis. May I request DTM Seju Davis to please read out the objectives of the speech.
Am I audible now?
Very much,
Am
sir.
I audible? Yes, thank you. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening. Today, Madam Toastmaster is attempting, Jyoti is attempting her milestone speech as explained by Toastmaster Murali. The purpose of her speech is to introduce herself to us, audience, and thereby learn the basic structure of the speech. And being the milestone speech, we are all eager to know you and relax and shoot. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, DTM Seju Davis. I really wanted to introduce her, but since this is a icebreaker, I would just limit with one piece of the information that she has given me, which is really worth mentioning. She is a gold medalist in chemical engineering. I didn't want to, introduce with more number of adjectives because she is going to introduce herself Title of our speech is Are You Sure? Are you sure? Toastmaster Jyoti Bala.
Am I audible?
Very much.
Thank you, Tia Modi. Did you all know that the human brain is so complex that it starts to function even before the birth of the baby? Apparently, it stops to work when you're standing in front of the crowd, holding the mic and speaking for the first time. Good evening, Tia Modi, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests and all my dear friends. This is Jyoti Balasubramaniam. I'm not new to this club. Most of you all know me here as a wife of our ex-president, but today I'm here to introduce myself as a Toastmaster. Can anyone tell me which city in India is called as the Garden City? Anyone?
Bangalore.
Yes, Bangalore is my hometown. I've done my schooling, my college, everything from Bangalore. I was a day scholar. I know it sounds boring for all those who miss their hostel life. I've never experienced any hostel life. My father was from army. So naturally, very strict and disciplined atmosphere at home. All he advised us, me and my siblings, was to just focus on studies. Only then we excel in our life. And likewise, I was an obedient child, and all I did in my life was to just study, day and night study. I was a shy, reserved, and needless to say, a bookworm. It wouldn't be surprising if I say that, like I was all my teachers' favorite. And on the other side, not so favorite for any of my classmates. I barely had any friends in school. I used to be someone sitting in the corner of the class, looking at everyone, thinking someone would come to me and speak. But my existence was unnoticed in the class. Later after 12th, like most of the other students, I too blindly followed the crowd, took up engineering. But for a change, unlike other Bangaloreans who prefer computer science, but I took up chemical engineering, mainly due to two reasons. One being, I preferred a top college over the course. Second one, I was fascinated about chemistry those days because I had a crush on my chemistry teacher. Later, I realized that chemistry has nothing to do with chemical engineering. Due to this choice of mine, I had to face a lot of criticism from my people around and my friends. Anyone and everyone walking on the street was so concerned about my future, whether I would get a job for me as a chemical engineer. But against all their predictions and expectations, I got my first job very easily. I was placed even before my final year. I worked for ABB as an application engineer for DCS and EST systems. Like if anyone is from Sadara here, I would like to say that the Sadara automation project was totally designed in our Bangalore office, and I was a part of it for a couple of months during my training period. At one point of time, everyone wants to fall in love, feel it, experience it, dig their own grave, and regret it later in our life. And same with me. That is when I met my beloved husband, Bala. He was working for Reliance, I was working for ABB, and we both were working on the same project, and that's when ABB and Reliance got integrated. One day, Bala came up to me and said, "Darling, I've got a job offer from Saudi Arabia. What should I do?" I said, "Wow, congrats. Yes, we'll go for it." He asked me again, "Are you sure about it?" I said, "Yes, why not?" I was so excited going abroad because that was my first abroad trip. Honestly, I had never heard of Saudi Arabia except for two GK questions. One, where is Mecca and Medina? Question mark. Second one, which country has no theaters? I started to dream of going abroad. I was really excited. When I landed here, in Kingdom, all my excitement was just blown out in few days. I started to get frustrated having no one around me to talk, and this was nothing less than a jail for me. With a husband like someone who would take you out only on weekends, that too on the alternate weekends, I totally lost it. So I realized to be happy, someone has to find the happiness within themselves. Only then we can be happy, instead of expecting from someone else. Then I started to look out for opportunities around me to keep myself occupied and happy. That's when I started taking up tuitions for secondary class students. That went on fairly well for a few years until I had my first child. Then I had to discontinue that. Later, I started a YouTube channel with two of my friends, and currently I'm a YouTuber and a full-time mom of 2 kids. All these years, somewhere in my heart, not somewhere, in fact, entire heart, I still have this feeling. I really wish I go back to the past and change that one sentence when he asked me, "Are you sure about Saudi Arabia?" But nevertheless, at the end, there are certain decisions which we make. A small decision in the present makes a huge difference in the future. And one such decision was this: "Are you sure?" So, my dear friends, what I would say is, when your life partner says, "Are you sure?" always give it a rethinking. Do think it twice when your life partner says, "Are you sure?" Thank you so much for your time. Over to you, Tia Modi.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Jyotipala, for completing your first milestone speech in a grand style. The speech had a message sprinkled with humor, and the message is to be happy, find happiness within oneself. What a great message. And I'm sure that you are now doubly sure. With that note, let's move to the next speaker. Our second speaker tonight is Toastmaster Vijita Murli. She is delivering Project 1 of Level 2, Motivational Strategies. Her evaluator is none other than Toastmaster Jenu Ajin. May I request Toastmaster Jenu, please read out the objectives.
A very good evening to all distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. Toastmaster Vijita Murli is giving her Level 2 Project 1 from the Pathways Motivational Strategies. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify his or her primary style. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share the impact of his or her style on others. All the best, Toastmaster Vijita. Your time is 5 to 7 minutes. Please spin the timer. Back to you, Tia Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jenu. Toastmaster Vijita Murli is our president and a champion TT speaker. Her ambition is to become a self-confident person who can make a difference in the life of people around her. Title of her speech, Marhaba Neselsen. Marhaba Neselsen, Toastmaster Vijita Murli.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster, for the day. Am I audible? Am I visible?
Yes, very much, loud and clear.
It was a super fine winter morning in 2017. And you know what's the best part of winter mornings? It is the morning walk. When the cool breeze caresses your cheeks, tosses your hair, and the warmth of the sun envelops you. It's just magical. You have to feel it to believe it. And it was my usual morning routine to go out on a morning walk with my friends during the winter months. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, warm good evening to all of you. It was on one such morning walk that I met her, my special friend. The first time I met her, we just exchanged glances and just walked past. The next day, we met her again. This time, we had a smile on our face. The very next day, we met her again. This time, we said a hi, and she said hi back to us. This just continued for weeks and days. Later, she came up to us and gestured if she can join our gang in the walk. We very happily introduced her into our gang, and we were happy to have her with us. That's when we started talking, and that's when we realized we have a problem. The problem was communication. She was a Turkish lady. She hardly knew anything in English. She spoke only Arabic and Turkish. Whereas us, all of us were Indians, we spoke Indian languages and English. But this made us in a very tough position to contact or communicate with her. And I know all of you gents here would have imagined that this relationship would have died a slow death even before it sprouted. But you were all wrong. We were communicating with each other in body language and gestures. And initially, we used to talk to her in short English sentences. When she did not understand, she will hand her phone to us and give us the Google Translate, where we type in what we have to ask her in English, and she used to translate that to Turkish and respond the same way to us. And believe me, this communication bloomed into a friendship. She introduced her to her Turkish friends. We used to have frequent get-togethers. They used to make us Turkish delights and Turkish treats. And we used to make them idli, dosa, vada, and all other Indian food. And she used to enjoy that, except for the spicy part of it. This was a friendship which was based basically on communication, which depended on body language and gestures more than words. But let me tell you that this friendship still continues. We are still good friends. She has left Saudi Arabia for good. She has settled down in Turkey, but we are still in contact and we do communicate. So what am I trying to say about communication? Communication is something that happens between a person and the other. It is when a person draws the same clear image he has in his mind in the minds of the listener. That's when communication happens. It can happen through speaking, through listening, through writing, through reading, through gesturing, etc. And to be a good communicator, you have to first understand yourself. And that's where Toastmasters has helped me. It has helped me understand my style of communication, which is more of what we call initiating and socializing style. I am a person who likes to meet people, who likes to tell stories to people I meet. And that's how I communicate with people. It has also given me insights into the different other types of communications that exist. And that has helped me adapt as a communicator. If it was not for this Toastmasters platform, I would still be lurking somewhere in between, like our Toastmaster Jyoti had mentioned. I would have just died a slow death in this four walls inside the Saudi Arabian home. Only because of communication am I able to survive this life here in Saudi Arabia, because I have friends. I have friends from all different communities, and we communicate not only verbally, we also communicate through gestures, through body language, etc. What I want to tell you is that there is no barriers for communication. If your heart is true, if your intentions are pure, there is no barriers for communication whatsoever. So let me tell you all that communication happens when you want somebody to understand your feelings the same way you want to tell them. And for that, you need to practice communication. You need to practice your communication skills. That's where communication skills and leadership skills are grown or nurtured by Toastmasters clubs. I request all the members and member guests in our audience to please take note of this and make use of this platform called Toastmasters, where you will get an opportunity to bloom as a communicator. I believe that communication is like oxygen for a relationship. If you have good communication, your relationship will bloom and it will flourish. And for that, you need communication skills. Thank you, and over to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijita. As you rightly said, if your heart is pure and intentions are true, there is no barrier for communication. And thanks for advocating the theme of the day. Congratulations. Moving forward, our third speaker tonight is Toastmaster Shakunbury. She is delivering Project 2 of Level 3, and DTM Mohan Armugavallal is her evaluator. May I request DTM Mohan to please read out the objectives of her speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Shakunbury today is going to deliver a speech. The purpose of the speech is to deliver an inspiring speech so that the audience gets inspired. The time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. We are all waiting to get inspired. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, DTM Mohan. Indeed, we are all waiting. Toastmaster Shakunbury is a humorous champion and an IT professional. Her ambition is to add value to people around her, be it at home or at society. Title of her speech, Get to Give. Get to Give, Toastmaster Shakunbury.
Am I audible and visible?
Very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Believe when you are most unhappy that there is something for you to do in this world. So long as you can ease someone else's pain, life is not in vain. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, a warm good evening. These were the words of Helen Keller from her book, The Light in My Darkness. The book was a tribute to her guide, Emmanuel, whom she considered was the light in her darkness. There once was a young man who was a teacher. He was a stern, strong perfectionist, and among several other things that he did, he always believed it was his responsibility to give. He was always surrounded by people, friends, relatives, students, peers, and many more. He gave all he could in his capacity to make them happy because he believed it was his responsibility to give. One day, this young man, the teacher, had a strange visitor at his doorstep. This old man, the visitor, had landed on the doorstep of the teacher after looking for benefactors. He requested the teacher and sought refuge for a few days. The young man, the teacher, obliged and was prepared to share the living room of his small rented house with the stranger. The old man stayed for a few days, and when he was about to leave, he bid farewell. He thanked the teacher and said, "You were very kind to let a stranger in your house. Please thank your wife for me. She was pregnant and in the last few days of her delivery when I came in. I just have one thing to offer you, and please accept it only if you like it. It is a name that I would like to suggest for your baby girl, and it is Shakunbury." The young man, the teacher, was my father, and he gratefully accepted what he got in return for the favor he did to the old man. Mr. R.B. Chandrasekharan, my father, was fondly called by everyone as RBC. From young, I found a vivid singularity that made my father's home stand out from the other households. The strangeness was the fact there was the constant inflow of visitors and guests from dawn to dusk, day in and day out. All these people who came to meet my father considered him very dear to them. They came to share their success, happiness, sorrows, failures, pain, and gratitude. I used to hear words like, "Your father has helped me a lot." Some of them would even go on to explain the breadth and the depth of his generosity. But at home, it was quite a routine for us, but we had no clue of what he contributed to the others. I got to meet CEOs, doctors, engineers, businessmen, merchants, all of whom came to meet my father. But one day there was a strange visitor. Mr. Murugan, my father's student, was now a cinematographer. He was leading and working with several artists and technicians in the film industry. After a bit of a chit chat, I asked him, Anna, how did you manage to get into the world of cinema? You had no friends, contacts, or references. How did you begin this journey and manage to travel this far? Mr. Murugan smiled. He said, let me tell you something interesting. And he began with a surprising candor. He said, when I was in my 10th standard, my father, who was a mechanic, had set up a repair shed for me. His aim was to make me the #1 mechanic in the city of Salem. So after I got my 10th certificate, I went on to meet my maths teacher, your father, for one last time. I told him I was going to drop out of school and become the leading mechanic in Salem. The next minute, your father grabbed my hand and dragged me to the office room. The next minute, he paid the fees and handed the bill to me. Go home and tell your father you are studying. If there's anything more to discuss, ask your parents to come and meet me. Mr. Murugan continued. If not for this one day, I would have certainly been a leading mechanic in Salem. Unfortunately, I had to switch careers, and right now I'm a cinematographer traveling places. I felt a sense of pride for my father. At the same time, I had a bank of guilt for myself. I had helped people, contributed for causes, and supported people in distress. But never once had I touched another person's life the way my father did. After all these years, even at this age, his generosity and concern for others still makes me wonder and keeps me inspired. While I keep looking for opportunities to help people, he believes that every second is an opportunity to help others. Because every second there is someone in need of support, guidance, money, or help. Let us stop looking for opportunities and start acting. Because a small acts of kindness can light a candle in someone else's darkness. In the words of Amos Russell, there are two kinds of people in all. Men that live to get, and the men that get to give. Let us choose wisely and always get to give. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shakunbury. That was indeed a great speech with a great message. Every second is an opportunity to help others. What a great message. Congratulations, Toastmaster Shakunbury. And with that, we are concluding the prepared speech session. May I have the timers report, please?
Good evening, everyone. Here is the timers report. Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Bala took 6 minutes 57 seconds. Madam Toastmaster Vijita Murli took 5 minutes 42 seconds. And Madam Toastmaster Shakunbury took 6 minutes 40 seconds. Except Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Bala, your attempt was amazing, but sadly, timing is always a devil here. So, except Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Bala, other two speakers are qualified.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Gauri Warrior. Yes, DTM Kotis.
Toastmaster Day, I would like to make a small motion here. Since being an icebreaker, maybe we may consider for the voting of new Toastmaster.
Thank you, DTM Kotis, for moving the motion. Anyone seconding the motion? Yes, I saw DTM seconding the motion. There are so many hands. How many of you in favor of the motion? Great, we are all in favor. So we are going with voting. Thank you, DTM Codis, for moving that motion and giving us an opportunity to practice parliamentary procedure within the proceeding itself. Thanks a lot, DTM Codis. And so we are going to have a voting for all the three voters. May I request the vote counter to please cast the poll or launch the poll so that people can cast their votes for the best speaker. So with that note, we are moving on to the very exciting session of today's proceedings. And what is that? That is table topic session. Correct? Think on your feet and speak. And this is what we do day in and day out. Right from the morning, people ask you questions and we answer those questions. But there is nothing titled as table topics. So we are all fine with that. But when it comes under the brand table topics, butterfly starts fluttering, right? Yes or no? Yes, even after being in Toastmaster for so many years. That's not good. So to take us through the table topic session, we have a charming, dedicated and committed Toastmaster, Toastmaster Chanchal Pandey, who is a certified reliability engineer, a certified maintenance and reliability professional, and a family man, a dedicated person who takes every assignment with utmost dedication and commitment. And that is what we see in his progress as a Toastmaster. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome our table topic master, Toastmaster Chanchal Pandey. Before I hand over the lectern to him, the poll is ready. You may cast your votes. Thank you, vote counter, Toastmaster Mohammed Irshad, for launching the poll. So are we ready to go? Done? There you go. Floor is all yours. Table topic master, Toastmaster Chanchal Pandey.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. And again, warm good evening to all of you. And
evening.
I know most of the people are excited for this session. And now I feel this is a heavy responsibility on my new shoulder. So today we will try to align with the theme of the day, and we will try to achieve it differently, try to achieve it in a different way. So here I'm going to give opportunity to all the speakers who will be attending this session to be in the position of some very great personalities who have accomplished a lot, and it is visible in the world. But I am expecting that if you were in that position, what more you will try to accomplish. So this will be a random choice. The choice will not be given to you. Joe Master of the day, can I share my screen?
Yes, table topic master, you can share your screen.
Okay, thank you. So is my screen visible?
Not yet, table topic master.
All of you?
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet, not yet.
Yes, I am trying to do it. Bala, I think I have some issue. I'm not able to share my screen. So what I can do?
Table topic master, maybe you can just go ahead with the personalities and you can just.
Toastmaster Bala, you need to make him as a coach.
The share screen option is activated. So if he can share, he can share. But looks like
you can make it a co-host. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me make him a co-host. Table topic master, you can try once now. If not, you can just go ahead with the topics and then you can post the questions. Table topic master.
1 minute, I'm trying to do it.
And for what you are doing exactly, tell me. There is a green button share screen, right?
Yes, I'm trying to share the screen, but the system is having showing some security.
Might be your version might be older.
What is the message? What is the message you get?
Actually, when I'm trying to share the screen, it's giving some security issue.
Is it okay? You can go ahead with the questions that you have. If it's taking longer time, or you want.
No problem, sir. I can log in with my system, maybe. Please.
Toastmaster, you may just announce if it is at unless it is in a pictorial one. If it is a text, you can read it. Members can listen carefully and they can deliver the.
I will send it through WhatsApp to Bala quickly.
Type it in the chat box. Otherwise.
Yeah. We'll find a way.
This is a test of listening skills also.
Yes.
Very true.
You repeat twice. We will try.
One minute. Actually, I have I am having 9 pictures with me, and
send it quickly through WhatsApp to Bala.
Yeah, this is better idea.
Or mail or WhatsApp. It will take a minute.
TT Master, if I may interrupt till the question has reached, can I take 2 or 3 minutes from the session from you, TT Master? Is that okay?
Yeah, that will be fine. We can have a kind
Great.
of.
So let us go back to the theme of the day. And theme of the day was, who do you want to be, right? Anyone, can you just tell how are we going to utilize this platform called Toastmasters in our journey forward? Any reflections? We are all here in Toastmasters for quite some years, right? Any reflections? We are, upgrading our communication skills, upgrading our leadership skills. How is it exactly helping us to move forward with our ambition or dream? Anyone? Maybe this is again a TT round. Any reflections?
We have a raised hand already.
Oh, from Gauri, Toastmaster Gauri. Oh, I think Toastmaster Jenu. Who was that? Toastmaster Jenu. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Good evening to all of you once again. For me, Toastmastering, how it has helped me, I just want to share with you all. It's been 10 years. I was totally inside the home, a teacher by profession, but not doing nothing for me, for my self-development or for my personal growth. I was just definitely teaching kids, my career as a teacher, as a profession, teaching my kids, doing household chores. But my husband used to always tell me, do something like what will help you out to move further. But I don't know, I have never heard of Toastmastering before. but my twin sister is the one who introduced to me to Toastmasters. What I want to say is that after joining into Toastmasters, I have done my BCom and MCom. Then I wanted to study further, but unfortunately, as we landed up in Saudi Arabia, it was the life was going on. It was all enough. It's enough. It's finished now. But after joining into Toastmasters, by seeing all such great personalities, all the motivations what I received from Toastmastering, I decided to study further. I wanted to do something PG in teachers training. I have just started my course, which is around 18 months course, and I had an option of taking it a fast track. And I'm so happy to tell I have almost completed that course within 5 months now. I am into the last module of the course. I am going to give my final exams on January, and each and every day, whenever my husband looks at me, there is a drastic change in you. So I tell it's all because of Toastmastering, because all the motivational messages, whatever, whenever I go through, and today's opening, teacher Murli Krishnan sir, today's opening, what you want to be, I should say, I'm so happy. You made my day with your great message, because Toastmastering is definitely helping me to achieve what I want to be. And if God willing, after my these masters, I am willing and I am planning to go for PhD if God willing, but praying for all God's mercies. And this is how Toastmasters have transformed me into a best, becoming into a best version of myself each and every day. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jenu. Just one more minute, Toastmaster Chanjal, because I saw Madam Toastmaster Gauri also raising her hand. So it's not fair that I don't go to her, but only request to Madam Toastmaster Gauri to please, if you can restrict in 2 minutes. Thank you so very much. Over to you, Toastmaster Gauri. Sorry, Toastmaster Chanjal.
No issues, sir. No issues.
Toastmaster of the day, I am very grateful that you said 2 minutes. You gave me time, but also restricted me. But I only have to say two things that Toastmasters has given me and has become a very important part of my life. One is a fraternity that lifts anybody up, despite of who you are. And as a 20-year-old or 21-year-old now, to be in a club full of 30 to 40-year-olds or even older than that, and yet feel like I'm part of this group of youngsters, at the same time being part of this intellectual gang. It's just beautiful. You have no age limits here. No age limits, no intellectual limits, nothing. It's a family here. And to be in a family, you grow as, a member of it. And it's something beyond you can get from a normal community or a community that just teaches you things. This community speaks to you. And the second thing I learned from, or I got from Toastmasters, is so much knowledge and so much confidence. I've never been this confident. I may look confident, but I've never been this confident. And Toastmasters has brought that change in me. And knowledge, because I am an aspiring writer, I'm a literature student. So Toastmasters has helped me. I learned communication last week in college. And I was able to answer every question because we learn it, we understand it in Toastmasters. So that's all that Toastmasters has helped me till now. And I'm sure it'll help me grow further. I'm only 21. I have a huge way to go.
Indeed, a long way to go, but an inspiring one. Thank you, Toastmaster Gauri and Toastmaster Janu, for really inspiring all of us over here. Back to you, Toastmaster Chanjal.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. I really apologize for the technical glitch. Not a glitch. This is my ignorance. It is. I'm using my daughter's new laptop, so there was some up and downs in the setting. So I think my screen is visible now. Okay.
Yeah, it's visible.
So here I'm going to give opportunity to our tabletop speaker to become a very influential personality of the world. So today I'm not asking voluntarily. I will take name from myself to whom I want to make the first table topic speaker. And I have selected Toastmaster Murali Rao sir. Joe Master, can you please pin in with me? Murali Rao sir, available? Okay, thank you, sir. So I think you can see my screen. So
yeah,
out of 9 people who are visible the screen right now, who you want to be?
No more rectangle, guys. What happened, guys?
what was that?
Yes, I want to set, if you were given to choice to be which of the personality you will select, like you would be Modi or you would be Elon Musk or you would be Mukesh Ambani, what is your choice?
Let's talk about Xi Jinping. I think he is very relevant to today's discussion. Today's, all the news around is about this man.
Oh, Xi Jinping, but sorry, this game is a little bit different. So let me check number for you. Is my randomizer number is visible to everyone in the screen?
Yes, yes.
So let us see what Toastmaster Murali Rao is allowed to be today. Oh, this is number 1. Elon Musk. So, sir, what more you would try to accomplish if you were Elon Musk? Everybody knows about the Elon Musk. He has changed the way people were thinking. He is changing the way the people were transporting. Now everybody in the earth is thinking about the electric vehicle. Now the people are going to think for the Mars. So he has made a great impact in our life. So after that, what he has achieved, Toastmaster Murali Rao, if you were Elon Musk, what you would more try to achieve? Over to you.
Money, money, hey, money. The richest man on earth, probably. I don't know. He's called as the centibillionaire of the world. Someone who is probably a dream for most of the human species in the world. Because if you look at the human beings, what makes us run day in and day out? Obviously, the green stuff, isn't it? Good evening, dear friends and fellow Toastmasters. So here is my chance to be Elon Musk, the centibillionaire of the world, the one who has achieved a lot in terms of business acumen and so on and so stuff. So what would have I done more about what he has not done yet? Now, if you look at his most recent stuff, he is into IT, about artificial intelligence and all that stuff. And human beings, in my opinion, are more complex than artificial intelligence. We are more than algorithms, right? And that's why what I see right now is a movement, a very crude way of summing up human beings into algorithms. I would rather invest my money, my hard-earned money, into really replicating human psychology or human mind, which aggregates a lot of stuff before taking one decision. So it's not a simple algorithm. I would not work on artificial intelligence. I would work on real intelligence. My machines will replicate human beings in its real essence, not with the method, but with the intent. not with what you call just few words. It's about the content. Back to you, table topic master, Elon Musk, signing off.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you for your kinder attempt. Now, I would select from the guests. May I call Mr. Uday on the stage? Mr. Uday, available with me? I think he is not there.
I think he's not there, TT Master. You may go ahead with some other
Okay,
person.
fine. No issue, sir. So, may I call Mr. Karthik Anthony with us? May I welcome Mr. Karthik Anthony? I think he is also not responding.
Table topic master, I would like to attempt if given an option.
Bala, last time you were the winner. That's why I did not took your name. Anyway, I can give you the chance because no one is responding from the guest side. So because you already understood the rule, so this is the randomizer, and let us check your luck. Okay, this is 8. Okay, 8 number is, let me introduce in brief. She is Madam Angela Merkel. So everybody know her. She is from Germany, and she became the first female chancellor of the Germany in 2005. And she has been regarded as one of the most powerful women of the world. And she has been holding many influential positions, and she has represented even whole Europe for many different issues. So, Toastmaster Bala, if you were in place of Madam Angela Merkel, what more value you would have been added? Over to you, Toastmaster Bala.
Thanks a lot, Table Topic Master, for giving me an opportunity to replicate and put myself in the shoes of the great Chancellor of Germany, Angela Merkel. The prime responsibility of a leader, especially if I am beholding a nation's future in my hand, and also the region, Euro, in my area of thought process, it's my duty to shape it up in a right way. If I look across the whole globe as one village, then I find one bright spot right at the Southeast Asian bloc. That is none other than the country called the Republic of India. I see this bright spot in the Southeast Asian bloc as the next upcoming global power. I would do all at my best opportunity to make sure there is greater people-to-people engagement, great socio-economic engagement, and great cultural engagement, and great political engagement. Thereby, Europe, and especially Germany, gets more connected with this upcoming global power. Because if the right thinking people get connected with one another, then moving in the right direction is always easy. If I am the Chancellor of Germany with my rights at the euro in disposal, I think the next step what I would be taking is making all the steps necessary to make sure Europe and in special German is more and more connected with the global superpower in the making India more and more. Thank you, and back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Wala. Thank you very much. And now I request from volunteer to attempt the next round. Anyone, please? Anyone, please?
TT Master,
Yes,
DDD Mohan sir has raised his hand.
Thank you, Mohan sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm not going to explain the rule again because I think it have brought some interest to the audience, and the rules are clear. So let us check about your number, and this is the number on the screen. Number 9. And the image in the number 9 is the Madam Kamala Harris. Recently, she is the most famous woman because recently she became the vice president of USA, and on January 2021. And she is no stranger. She has already hold many influential positions in the US, and she is not from India, but she has her roots from India. So Indians are also proud to announce it. Over to you, Toastmaster.
The great American poet Maya Angelou once told, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So, in my opinion, this is the prime characteristics of leader. So, if I were the Vice President Kamala Harris, I will try to do whatever in my hands to make that happen. The world is a small village now. Borders are now vanishing. As you could see, the 16-year-old Vinisha's speech in COP26, I felt that I should do something. So as a Vice President of the US, I will do all the steps which are required to meet the net carbon zero. So I am not going to look at the boundary that I am from the US. It is we borrow the future from our children. So it is our duty to ensure we hand over what we borrowed from them in a much better way than we received from our forefathers. So that would be my target, which I will focus and try my best. That's all from my end. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. See the time. Unmute and speak, Timodi.
Oh. Thank you, TM Mohan. It was indeed a great thought, and really it has made impact in our thought process. So now I have opportunity for our last TT speaker. Any volunteer from our group? Any volunteer who want to attempt? So nobody is volunteering. May I pick?
TT Master, if there are no volunteers, my request would be like we'll move on to the next session because we are running a bit late, if that is okay with you.
Yes, sir, sure.
Good. Because we are actually running a bit late.
Yes, I understand, sir. So may I request the timers report, please, for the 3 speakers?
Thank you, TT Master. That was a very innovative idea for a TT session. Congratulations to you. And for the first time, I think you are doing this wonderful. Our 3 speakers, here's the timing. Toastmaster Murli Rao took 2 minutes 6 seconds. Toastmaster Bala, our every time Toastmaster TT attemptee, 2 minutes 12 seconds. And DTM Mohan Arumugavalla took 1 minute 51 seconds. You had passed the yellow, you were at the yellow light, sir. So I heard you saying you didn't see your timing. That's all from me as the timer. All of them qualified. Over to you, TT Master.
Thank you very much. I think this was an interesting session. I hope the audience enjoyed it, and thank you for your participation. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, TT Master, and may I request the vote counter to please launch the poll. All the 3 TT speakers are qualified, and what a great TT session, Toastmaster Chanchal Pandey. Innovative things brings freshness, and today's randomizer was indeed innovative stuff. And anything that we do, innovation plays a key role, and that's what I would have seen today in this TT session. Sorry, TT Masters, we are a bit short of time. That's why we had to move instead of calling the 4th speaker. So great session overall. Thank you, TT Master Toastmaster Chanchal Pandey. And there we go. We have the poll launched by our vote counter. May I request all the members to cast for the best TT speaker. Okay, so then let's move forward. And as I said in the beginning, feedbacks are an integral part of development. And to take us through the very inspiring evaluation session, we have with us a chemical engineer from Gujarat, an aspiring entrepreneur who loves reading books, listening music, and playing with her son. She wants to be a better reader and a better and healthier version of herself. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome our general evaluator, Toastmaster Mudra Sisodia.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for your kind words. I will now lead the evaluation session. Evaluations are a critical part of our everyday life. It helps us to benchmark our own self-perception with the evaluator's thinking. Evaluations are a way we can better ourselves, get a different perspective on our thoughts and actions. Evaluations help us improve upon our shortcomings, strengthen our good points, and perfect our game. Today's speakers are lucky to have some of the distinguished evaluators in our area and division. They will try to build on the strength of the speakers and point out the areas of improvement, following the Toastmasters frame of constructive evaluation. These constructive evaluations will definitely help the speakers to be better speakers. The more feedback a speaker receives, better the person benefits. For our first evaluator, we have DTM Seju Davis sir. DTM Seju Davis sir is a senior safety professional, a distinguished Toastmaster, past president of the Peria Toastmaster Club, past area director, a champion evaluator, professional trainer, a powerhouse of knowledge, and a great guide and mentor for many. Help me welcome DTM Seju Davis sir to evaluate the icebreaker speech of Toastmaster Jyoti Bala.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for those wonderful words. It's often, Buddha once said, thousands of candles, jyotis, can be lighted from a single candle. Happiness never decreases by being shared. A great quote. And when I hear today Jyoti's speech, Are You Sure? From the title itself, it was quite intriguing. She tried to make it very intriguing with the title itself. So we were glued to understand her speech. Are you sure? What does it mean? Which direction it takes? And then she took us with a beautiful smile, a candid smile, and a comforting tone further to the speech opening, where she linked it with a joke, and she told about when the brain stops and so on. And she linked with the audience that you all know me, and it's a best way of entering into the audience. Then she come with the question about her hometown, and further she moved into the speech transitions where she introduced her father, herself in full colors of spectrum, as an obedient student, teacher's favorite, focused on studies in a secluded manner, how she landed in engineering, chemical engineering, and he sprinkled humor, jokes in between. And what I like most is about the crush on the teacher to choose chemical engineering or chemistry. And then she moved on with the same tempo about the job, and then talking about the integration between ABB and Reliance, what a humorous way of saying how to fall in love. And maybe this is in this technical world, this is the best way I have ever seen. And her life in Saudi Arabia, and most importantly, the loneliness, how she had overcome through tuition, being a mother and a YouTuber. Great way of illustration, very comfortable way of delivery with a good smile, very comfortable. I don't see any iota of fear on your face, being a first icebreaker speech. And the most important thing, you put together two great messages, which is more philosophical than a best speech, I will say 10 speech. Find happiness inside. And you ask the question, which is appears to be a candid question, but are you sure? That's actually to us husbands, how to be sure with the decisions which husbands innocently with candor give to us. Then moving on to the other aspects of the speech, the structure was good with an opening, body, and transition, and then a good closure. The facial expressions were good, eye contact were good. I like to comment on the hand gestures. Being on the video now, we need to use our hands much more than other body expressions, so gestures. So I recommend to use hand gestures in your speeches, further speeches. And also one thing I like to see more is about your family members, more explanations or more illustrations about them. That should have added more flavor. Your strength is definitely the comfortable delivery. You didn't use the notes, and that is great. And if you use vocal variety a bit, synchronizing with your speech, it should have been great. But I'm sure, true to your name, Toastmaster Jyoti, today you have lit the lamp of self-growth, and success is yours. I am sure. Are you sure? If you ask me, yes, I am sure about it. Waiting for more splendid speeches from you. Over to you. Thank you.
Unmute Mudra.
Sorry. Our next evaluator is Jenu Ajin ma'am. Toastmaster Jenu Ajin ma'am is a passionate teacher by profession and a passionate Toastmaster. A proud member of St. Paul's Toastmaster Club Bahrain and Empowers Toastmaster Club. VPM of Empowers Toastmaster Club, Sergeant-at-Arms of St. Paul Toastmaster Club, and Chief Coordinator of St. Paul's Gavils Unit. I would like to welcome Toastmaster Jenu Ajin ma'am to evaluate the Level 2 Project 1 speech of Toastmaster Vijita Murli.
A very good evening once again to all of you. Toastmaster Vijita. The title of your speech, Merhaba, Nasıl Siniz, which means hello, hi, how are you? Merhaba and Nasıl Siniz is a Turkish word. The moment I received the title of your speech, I was eagerly waiting to hear your speech because the title itself grabbed my attention. I'm definitely sure the title of your speech have grabbed the attention of the audience too. Speaking about the positive sides of your speech, it was so much delight to hear from you the personal experience of how you communicated with that Turkish lady. And definitely you added humor here and there by saying you all friends communicated with her through your gestures and body language more rather than communicating through language. I should say the language used was very simple and very easy to understand. You had a very good eye contact. We all felt like you were speaking to all of us. And the comfort level, I should say, it was very delight to watch you speaking with all the confidence in the world, speaking very comfortably. And the audience awareness about the communication style which you practicing, that is initiating and it was socializing, the communication style which you prefer to communicate with the people around. There was a very good takeaway message from your side, that was communication to a relationship is like an oxygen to life. Without it, it dies. It was a takeaway message. If the intentions are clear, there are no barrier for communication. I have some humble suggestions for you to take your speech to the next level, Toastmaster Vijita. First one, I felt you were very fast in delivering your speech. You could have added some voice modulation here and there to express the camera positioning. The camera of your should be positioned till the waist length so that your hand gestures are clearly visible. It doesn't get cut off from the frame. The stage usage, you could have moved here and there little bit to the left and right while delivering your speech. In summarization, I should say, you had a very good eye contact. You had a humor here and there. You had a takeaway message. If you practice your voice modulation, camera positioning and usage of stage, definitely you are going to be an articulate speaker in your future. And I wish all the best. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Jenu Ajin ma'am, for your constructive feedback. I'm sure this valuable feedback will benefit Vijita ma'am in her future speeches. Next, we have DTM Mohan sir to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Shakunbury. DTM Mohan sir is Division D Director. He is a veteran Toastmaster with lots of experience. He was the past Area 14 Director, immediate past President of Elite TMC, Assistant Coordinator of Elite YLP, past Division D Conference Chair. He is a true gentleman and a wonderful human being. Sir, kindly provide your feedback for the Level 3 Project 1 speech of Toastmaster Shakunbury. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the warm introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, in particular Toastmaster Shakunbury. What a speech today. First of all, before I evaluate, my pranam and wishes to your father, RBC. You touched our hearts with your inspiring speech. Now, and you brought back all my school days, and I remembered all my teachers. That's how inspiring speech should be. Today, you fulfilled the objective of this project. Congratulations for that. You started off your speech with a quote from Helen Keller. You kept your smile throughout the speech, which all audience, we get connected with you. And you kept a suspicion of whom you are going to talk in the opening, and then you revealed, and then you move to the main body, and how you got inspired, or your father inspired others, and by that way, how you got inspired. And you delivered the speech by concluding with the title, which is again a good positive point, how you connect your title with your speech. And the best part I liked in your speech is your hand gestures. They were in sync with your speech. There was no awkward movement or odd position. It's always flowed throughout. Your strong points are your voice modulation, your eye contact, your hand gesture, and within this small frame, you could do some role plays also. You know, with Mr. Murugan, you went in one corner, and so that shows a glimpses of a champion in making. Please keep working on that. I'm sure this year we are going to have a champion from Mind Academy in this time in Division L. And hope to see you in SATAC also. So all the best. If at all I could give a suggestion for this inspiring speech, probably out of your father's inspirational work, you got inspired for sure. Now, all of us, we could feel that one. But if you can include a small story, because you spoke only for 6 minutes, 40 seconds, you had another 50 seconds remaining, probably a story where you were able to inspire someone in your surrounding. That will add credibility to your speech. Other than that, a perfect speech to inspire the audience. Well done. All the best. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, DTM Mohan sir, for your constructive feedback. Our table topics evaluator tonight is DTM Koteshwaran sir. DTM Koteshwaran sir is a veteran Toastmaster with a lot of experience in mentoring and nurturing new talent. He is an immediate past Division D director, a champion speaker, and a champion evaluator who has helped our members by mentoring them during the contests last year. An ardent supporter of our club, I welcome DTM Koteshwaran sir to evaluate all the speeches of the table topic speaker.
Sir, you're muted.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for this wonderful introduction. In fact, let me have a kind of evaluation of our table topic speakers. Before getting into the speaker, let me congratulate our table topic master, Toastmaster Chancel Pandey, bringing the innovative idea of the theme is very calm. What more you will achieve? And he brought the personalities, and he introduced the personalities before just giving the podium to the speakers. Now, so quickly, let's evaluate all our 3 speakers, Toastmaster Murlira, Toastmaster Bala, and DTM Morgan. All have understood the personality and the power what they have. Toastmaster Murlira straight away started with money, centimillionaire. And he's investing in artificial intelligence, and he would like to, given a choice, he want to just achieve more on human psychology. Only one recommendation, what I'm trying to say to Toastmaster Rao is, when you talk about human psychology, we couldn't get the problem, why we need to invest. I am looking for the answer for that question. Otherwise, it's a wonderful speech. And second speaker is the Toastmaster Bala. Of course, Germany counselor. He was talking about is the power of European, and he's trying to like have a cultural, political, social engagement with India. only one recommendation is, when you're talking as a leader, let's globalize the message. Let's globally let them connect. Might be you started with Asia, I would have stopped there. India becomes more possessive. That's the only thing I would like to have it. Let's, as a leader, let us have a global eye on that. And DTM Morgan, it's wonderful. It started with a quote, and you just linked with the quote. And as a US Vice President, you would like to have a net carbon zero. That's what you would like to achieve. The only one recommendation, if you ask me what I would like to give it is, one is like when you're talking about Vinita speech, what exactly Vinita speech? So that knowledge you could impart it with the audience, number one. Number two, when you talk about the carbon zero, it's more of, for me, it's more of technical. So let's get into that. Everyone can understand what you are trying to give it as a achiever of the Vice President of USA. That's what I would like to have it as. With respect to the speakers, normally I couldn't see a takers from this table topics. They felt that it is tough. It's not tough. You need to realize the power. You need to utilize the power. That's all. So whenever we attempt a table topic, understand the core, the theme, what it is. Just don't look into the personalities and get scared. That's what I could able to feel. No takers for this. That means you have the power. How you are going to utilize the power with respect to the current behavior of those leaders. That's the only thing. Never ever miss table topics. Evaluator, I'm just really disappointed because I want to be a table topic speaker. So always be initiative, come forward. With this note, let me hand over to General Evaluator. Thank you very much.
Thank you, DTM Koteshwaran sir. I'm sure all the table topic speaker and our guests and our members will be more benefited with all your evaluation points and your positive feedback. We will all try to incorporate those points in our future speeches. May I request the timer to report the time taken by each evaluator?
Thank you, ma'am. This is the evaluators, time, I guess, whatever it's called, report. DTM Seju Davis, always a delight to listen to you, sir, but sadly you've exceeded time, 4 minutes, 11 seconds. But again, beautiful evaluation. Madam Toastmaster Jenu, such a delight to see you here, ma'am. She's from my home. She's from my other club, my Empower Ladies Toastmasters Club. Again, amazing evaluation. She's an amazing evaluator there too. So 3 minutes, 26 seconds. DTM Mohan, always a delight to hear you speak, sir. And this time also you kept within time, 3 minutes, 14 seconds. And last but not least, our everyday guest, DTM Koteshwaran. You have taken 3 minutes, 17 seconds. And sir, yes, if I was not the timer today and I wasn't tired today, I would definitely have attempted. I wanted to speak so badly. But yes, we'd have to step up our TT game. That's all from me. Only one disqualification to DTM Seju Davis. All other 3 evaluators are qualified. Over to you, ma'am. You're muted, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gauri Warrior, for your report. All members and guests are requested to vote for the best evaluator when the poll launches. Vote counter, can you please collect the votes? Meanwhile, may I request Grammarian and the Wordmaster Toastmaster Deepak Tyagu to present his report. Toastmaster Deepak Tyagu.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. So before going to my Grammarian's report, I would like to share a few thoughts on Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Bala's speech, icebreaker speech today, because I could very well connect to her emotions, because when she was speaking, I felt my wife's emotions were portrayed in her speech, because she is also a gold medalist, and after a lot of persuasion and lot of cinematic stunts, I got her approval. So, and also the icebreaker speech, not very long back, I also gave my icebreaker speech, so I could feel that emotions. So when you told that, when you quoted that instead of finding happiness elsewhere, we have to find happiness within us. So it's a very good quote, but I could not say that to my wife. So things like that. And you told that you had a crush with your teacher. For me, I did not have any crush with teacher. I admired my one of my teacher's signature. Is my Hindi. He was my Hindi teacher. His name is Pugala Hindi. So his signature was very. It was like an art. So all in the class were very glued to his signature, and everybody started practicing, because at that age it was like when I was studying in 8th or 9th standard. So everybody were at the stage of practicing the signature. So I was practicing his signature, and all these memories came back. I wanted to mention this specifically because of the signature, I got caught in my school's by my headmistresses. What happened was, I was practicing the signature in my friend's homework notebook in the first page. So all these memories came back, and so that is what I just wanted to share a few words about your speech today. And then going to the Grammarian's report, I think fellow Toastmasters today, they have missed to use the word of the day, which is candor, in their speech. I may be wrong, I could have missed few people, but to the best of my concentration ability, I have I just checked, but I could not find anybody using this word today. Shakunbury ma'am, I'm very sorry. I saw you raising your hand, so yes ma'am. So still have a lot of work to do on my concentration. I'll try to get better in the future meetings. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. Now it is my turn to evaluate the entire meeting's proceedings. The meeting agenda was framed by a Toastmaster of the day 2 days before the meeting, which was very good. Yesterday, we had a quick alignment of the meeting to check if all the assignees were prepared. A general suggestion for next run-through meeting would be to take care of the practical run-through for avoiding technical issues like we faced today. We have a very good turnout of guests for the meeting today. Guests were greeted and introduced by President in a very cordial way. Presiding officer set a positive tone for the meeting. Toastmaster of the day brought a very thought-provoking theme for the day. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, for such a nice theme. The speaker's preparation, organization, and delivery was perfect. Table topic session had a very interesting concept, which was in line with the theme of the day. All the TT speakers were given a chance to be famous personalities for the speech. The evaluators were positive, pointing way for improvement and enhanced the self-esteem of the speakers. Performance by all assignees was good. Toastmaster of the day was very well prepared and made the session more enjoyable one. He also had the wits to take care of the technical, take over the session when some technical issues happened. So that was a very good, engaging moment. A little delay is okay, but we should strive to attune to the timings of the meeting for the next meetings. On the whole, it is definitely a very edutainment session by our Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. Kudos to our team. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, for that very inspiring evaluation session. Let's give a round of applause to the General Evaluator and her team of assignees. So, as we all know, we are already late. May I have the vote counter to please announce the results?
Yeah, thank you, TM Modi. Yes, this is a time, the time has come to know the winner of today. No doubt it was a challenging for us, mainly for us to vote for the best speaker. All the speakers, prepared speakers, delivered their speeches with high quality of standard. It was really excellent, mainly the icebreaker, which we have witnessed. TT speeches were also interesting, and that was also really amazing, and it was good. Stunning and fabulous evaluation speeches of all the tall leaders really grabbed the attention for all of us, and we got a lot of recommendation for us to take home. Let me announce the winner today. Let me share the screen of the winners. Is that visible, my screen? The best speaker award goes to, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not moving.
So your screen is not visible, but it says that screen sharing has started.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, now we can, yes, now we can
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm sorry for this inconvenience. The best speaker award goes to our icebreaker speaker, the first speech, Jyoti Bala, Toastmaster Jyoti Bala. Congratulations, Toastmaster Jyoti Bala, for this wonderful achievement. And the TT speaker, the best speaker ever, is Division D Director Mohan.
Thank you.
DTM Mohan sir. Congratulations, DTM Mohan sir. And that the best evaluator is Toastmaster Jenu Ajit. Excellent, excellent. All this program were really outstanding. I'm really enjoyed. Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity for me to be the vote counter today, and I'm really happy that I have done my job wonderfully. Thank you, TM Modi.
Thank you, vote counter Toastmaster Mohammad Irshad, and that brings the end to the educational session. So we don't have much time. Anyone can move just to move. Anyone can breathe just to breathe. But the ones who make the most out of each step, and the most out of each breath, are the ones who live the life to the fullest. So find an answer to the $1 million question. Who do you want to be? And strive hard to be there, because you are the CEO of your life. Back to you, Madam President.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Murali Krishnan. And the audience members, do you agree with me that the Toastmaster of the Day conducted the meeting exceptionally well? Very inspiring session it was, indeed, a motivational session. I'm sure that all of us feel re-energized to follow our dreams, to chase what we look for. So let's take that as an ambition for us. So let's strive ahead, move ahead, follow our dreams, and achieve what we believe we can. So having said that, now let me begin the business session. First of all, let me take this opportunity to thank all our valuable guests who have joined us. We have excellent evaluators with us, veteran Toastmasters who have given us their time and their expertise to chisel all of us as speakers. So it's my time to say thank you to them. Let me share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes.
Is it visible?
Yeah, it is visible.
Thank you so much, DTM Mohan Aramugalal sir, the Division D Director. It's indeed our pleasure and honor to have you with us and evaluate one of our speakers. Indeed, we are all proud to have you with us today. Thank you so much,
I'm
sir.
honored. I'm honored. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And thanks to our DTM Seju Davis, sir. He's just like family to all of us at Mind Academy. It's indeed our pleasure to have you once again as an evaluator amongst us. Thank you so much, DTM Seju. We would also like to thank our very own mentor, DTM Kotisuran sir, who is always there to give a helping hand when we need him the most. Like today, our TT evaluator was supposed to be DTM Bijusia, but he was held up in office. But nonetheless, DTM Kotisuran sir was always there with his helping hand. And thank you so much, sir, for taking this role up at the last moment. We also thank our guest evaluator, Toastmaster Jenu Ajin. It was indeed our pleasure having you with us today. We are honored by your presence and your valuable support to us as an evaluator as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So once again, a loud round of applause to all our guest evaluators who have joined us today for their time and for their valuable expertise. Now let me invite a very special person, our Division B Director, who is visiting our club for the first time, DTM Mohan sir. It would be our pleasure to hear from you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Madam President, for this opportunity. And I'm happy to be spending almost 2 hours of very useful time. 3 great speeches and innovative table topic. Now, initially, I was a little bit held back when I see the political leaders over there. We refrain from talking politics in our Toastmaster meeting. So how we are going to make it challenging? Thank you, table topic master, for throwing this challenge to all the people present over here. Indeed, it was a pleasant surprise that all the people who attempted, they did extremely well, except me. I see a very big pool of talents over here. So glad to be here this evening and wish you all the best. Toastmaster Shakunbury, I think you have a great talent. I think ex-com, please take note. It's a challenge for Toastmaster Bala this year. All the best, everyone. Thank you, Madam President. Back to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Mohan sir. Indeed, valuable suggestions and words from you. We'll indeed value all your suggestions and words, sir. Thank you so much. Now, let me invite our TTM Kotisuran sir. He's always there to support us. Sir, your words.
Madam President, is required every time. Thank you, Madam President, for this opportunity. Of course, we know that attending Mind Academy is always pressure. Today, I know it's a kind of woman power, in my opinion. All 3 speeches, icebreaker, from the icebreaker to the advanced speeches. All the speeches is wonderful. And of course, you are all 3 speakers. If I would just want to talk one word or a sentence about that. Icebreaker, generally, people, they do not overshoot the time. Always they finish much earlier. They don't speak 4 minutes. That is why the time limit is 4 to 6 minutes. But I don't know, this speaker is crossing the international speeches limit. It's almost 7 minutes. That's why we moved a motion to accept her speech. Yeah, this is the first time I'm just seeing the speech going, icebreaker speech going up to the 7 minutes. I know she's Toastmaster, Jyoti just saw the red light, so it was like headlight on the deer. So he's just stuck, or should have given more than 7.5 minutes. So it's a wonderful speech, and you have a very good speaker in your club. Started a journey. Second thing, of course, I will not talk about your speech. You are always today brought up your title itself is a different kind of title. Evaluator is quite comfortably, she got that point. Third, of course, Shakunbury. I would like to answer DTM Murali question on behalf of Toastmaster Shakunbury. What you achieved in Toastmaster, that is the speech of Toastmaster Shakunbury. That is the answer to you, DTM Murali. My answer is that. You can see the way, the ease, the way the delivery, the choice of words, the formation of sentences, plotting the scene. It's extremely, it's really good at it. All three speeches, I really enjoyed it because table topic is a wonderful, there's a change of innovative ideas already. I just go for it. So always, whenever we are in Mind Academy Toastmasters Club, we learn something. That's where we are here. And also, D.T. Morgan was very, very clearly just pointed out. He's also like started appreciating like up Division L and SATEC. That's really means that's a really great value addition. And each and every assignees, they did their wonderful job. So always, of course, keep inviting us. We'll be part of you. With this note, wish you all the best. Contests are coming up. So we'd like to see the same kind of enthusiasm and energy from Mind Academy. Thank you very much. Over to you, Madam President.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. We indeed are looking forward to your support and guidance to all our aspiring speakers. And we indeed are looking forward to a great contest that's coming up next month. Now, can I invite our guest, one of our guests who are joining us? Has he left? Karthik, and I think he has left. And I see that DTM Seju Davis also left. Let me invite Toastmaster Jenu Ajin about your experience today as an evaluator.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It is my pleasure always to be part of Mind Academy Club, and thank you so much for always inviting me. You remember me always, and you always days 1 week before only you keep reminding me, Jinu, please join the meeting. Thank you so much for that, ma'am. It's my pleasure always to be part of Mind Academy. And today, as soon as my husband came home back, I asked him, Merhaba, Nasalnis. So he was like, from where did you get this now? I said, always, my Toastmastering, from where will I get this? So, and I told him, today my speaker's title is this. So, thank you so much, ma'am. As soon as I received your title, I Googled it up. And I came to know it is a Turkish word and it means hello, how are you? Thank you so much for Toastmastering, for teaching me each and every day new things. Thank you, ma'am. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jenu Ajin, for joining us again. It's a pleasure having you with us always. And I think we have heard from all of our guests. Now I have a few announcements to make. Let me just take the list of assignees for the next meeting that we have for the 22nd of November, meeting number 36. So the Toastmaster of the day will be Toastmaster Mudra Sisodia. She has agreed to be the Toastmaster of the day, and she is doing it for the first time. She did a brilliant job as a general evaluator today. It was her first time again. She did it brilliantly well. Our general evaluator for the 36th meeting will be Toastmaster Bala. And our Grammarian word master will be Toastmaster Shakunbury. And our TT master is going to be Toastmaster Gauri. And our speakers are going to be Toastmaster Jyoti Warrior, Toastmaster Murli Rao, and Toastmaster Mohammad Irshad. These are our upcoming speakers and assignees for the next meeting. And since our VP Education is enjoying her vacation back home, we hope that all our members who are enjoying their vacations come back rejuvenated and re-energized, because we are missing them very dearly in our club. Apart from the strength part of